Welcome back with Canada Day, of course, just about a week away now. We are going to show you a recipe that's very festive. Colin Proctor joining us from Made with Love Delectable Edibles. How are you today?
I'm great. How about yourself?
I'm very well, thank you. Sure looking forward to the weather being nice for Canada Day.
I think it's going to be great.
Yeah.
So I was in store sampling yesterday, and there was another lady doing a demo, and she got very excited. And she was like, you know, you should do Canada Day nachos. And I was like, what? And she was like, you know, go pick up some red and white chips and do the nachos. And anyways, today I was running through the store and realized that they're actually being targeted for like red and white chips to make nachos. So it was like the brilliance of merchandising.
I know, like you have the bags over here. Look at that.
And you can get individually bagged red and white chips, but now I think this brand will, 20 years from now, we're going to be talking about this is the Canada Day chip.
And they're quite tasty.
They've done such a good job, and they're great chips.
I've been snacking on them during the commercial breaks, and yeah, they're good. They're good.
So this recipe is really straightforward. I think most people know how to make nachos, and we're going to focus on doing the nachos in this segment, and then the sauces in the second segment.
Perfect.
So the main focus, we're going to stay with the theme here is red and white. We're not going to add green or any other colors. They're going to be Canada Day nachos. So we've got our white cheddar cheese, and you could also use mozzarella for this, or pretty much any white cheese will do in terms of the melting. If you prefer Monterey Jack, a lot of people really like Monterey Jack on their nachos. That would be a great one too. But we've got the cheddar today, and I'm going to do this plate just in a single layer. Normally, I would take the rest of my bag and put another layer of chips. So I would do one layer, add my ingredients, add the rest of my chips, and do another layer of cheese and things. And I always find that means you're going to get lots of toppings on all your nachos, and they're going to be that much better. Well,
when you have 4 children like Colin does, you have to make a lot of nachos,
oh, yeah, you
right?
Do. That's right.
No kidding. What are your plans for Canada Day, by the way? Do you have any big plans?
We don't really have any big plans. I think we're going to go down to Riverside Park and hang out with everybody there and have fun on Canada Day.
Yeah, it sounds like it's going to be good weather. So
I think
all right.
Over the past few years, that's what the kids really look forward to for Canada Day. They really want to get down and hang out with everybody.
Absolutely, it becomes a tradition when you do it for a few years in a row.
Totally.
Absolutely. So white onions, of course.
So we've got white onions, that's right. And we had a bit of a discussion about this this morning, because on the one hand, I really like food to balance out. And the more colors you get in it, in my opinion, the better.
Okay.
But on the other hand, when you're sticking to a theme and you're trying to do a dish and get people to look at it and go, oh yeah, Canada Day, you've got your red and white.
Absolutely. I notice here we have some peppers as well that we're going to quickly put on.
And I've got two types of peppers. We've got sweet red peppers, which are these guys here. And then we also have red jalapeno peppers. And a lot of people won't necessarily go for the jalapeno peppers on their nachos, especially because the fresh ones are generally a bit spicier than the pickled ones, which is good to know. So I have omitted the seeds.
Okay.
So I made sure that I cleaned out the seeds from these, because that is really the significantly hot part of the pepper, is the jalapeno seeds.
Yeah, you know what? You don't want them to be too hot, especially if you're making them for kids.
That's right.
So we're going to pop these into the oven, and they'll probably be in there for a little bit, and then we're going to make the sauces coming up.
Yep.
Welcome back in the kitchen, making these delicious Canada Day nachos with Colin Proctor from Made with Love Delectable Edibles. They're in the oven, and the cheese is melting. They look good. And we're doing the sauces now, I hear, or the dips.
So we're doing the sauces. I should let you know right off the bat that normally I would do the sauces before I put the nachos in, just to give them a longer marinade time, and make sure that everything that's the dried product does marinate and is wet. So anyways, what we have here is I have our country onion blend in yogurt. So we've got a cup of yogurt. I've poured 2 tablespoons of the spice blend on top of the yogurt, and we're going to mix that in. And then I have some commercial salsa in our jalapeno roots blend. I have a mild salsa. I also have a salsa recipe online, madewithlove.ca, that you could use as well too, using this.
Okay.
If you want to make your own salsa. It's easy, real, whole food, fast is what we're doing here. So I have 1 tablespoon of our jalapeno roots, a cup of basically commercial salsa, a mild salsa. And we're just gonna stir those in.
Okay.
So really easy to do. The jalapeno roots is a salt and sugar-free blend, and it's a really great way of spicing it up. It does add a bit of sweetness with the dried carrots and a bit of spice with the jalapenos and the garlic and the lemon that will really just brighten up this whole salsa.
I have to say as well, I'm mixing this up here with the onion flavoring, but this Krema yogurt, just a little, this is the most fabulous yogurt ever, and we're making the dip with this. It's the richest yogurt and the creamiest yogurt I think I've ever eaten, and you can get it in different flavors. This is, of course, just natural because you're making a dip with it, but the vanilla, I'm telling you what, I have it for breakfast most days. It is so good. So just a little recommendation there for people if you're looking for a yogurt that you want to really grow attached to. It's a good one.
It's a yogurt definitely
So
that even non-yogurt lovers will
right?
love.
It's
totally.
true.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's so good.
Yeah,
Okay.
so I think those nachos should be pretty much ready
Do you want me to take a little peek? Pull
to
out?
take a peek at anyways.
Okay, let's
I
take a
should mention we have the oven on at 375. The cheese is melted. They're pretty much there, I think.
I think we're good.
Yeah, I think we're good. I think we can bring these guys out.
Yum.
And so we'll just
We'll put them here. I
pop
don't
them
know.
right here for now, and then
Yeah, that'll work.
bring them out in a sec to the
Fantastic.
front. These went into the oven at 375, and I think the recommendation for the recipe is actually a bit longer. I think more like 7 minutes, 7 to 10 minutes.
Sure.
And we did like 5 minutes there probably.
Right.
So depending on how you like your nachos, if you like them a bit crispier and a bit more browned, I would go for the 10.
Sure.
And Canada Day nachos, I mean, pretty easy to do.
Pretty easy, but you know, it's all about the delicious dips,
Yep.
and you've got a couple of good ones here, nice and cool and refreshing, a little bit of a zip on the other side, right?
And really easy to do, a great thing to put out on Canada Day. If you have guests over to celebrate, what a wonderful country we live in.
Awesome. Of course, all the recipes can be found online at madewithlove.ca, Colin.
Absolutely.
Awesome. Thank you for being here today.